Hi there, I'm Martha Van Dam, and this is Living Beyond. An awful lot of the couples that I work with come in, and one of the first things we discover that's going on with them is they just live in this place of being annoyed with one another. And when that happens, then it seems like everything their partner does bothers them. And it's become so much easier to see the things that their partner's doing that they don't like than to recognize the things that they do like. Has that happened to you? If it's happened to you, then I've got something, an honest to goodness solution that's easy and fun. And please listen on. What I want you to start doing is at the end of your day, well, first talk to your spouse, your partner, let them know this is what you want to do. But at the end of the day, then I want you to tell each other, you take turns, and this will probably take about 10 minutes, if that. Each of you tell the other two things that you saw in them in the last 24 hours that you appreciate. And it's going to go something like this. You're just going to, at the end of the day, you're going to notice, I might say to my husband, this is one I actually might use, is I might say to my husband, I came in this evening and I could tell you had mowed the yard and it looked like green carpet. It was so beautiful. And I noticed that and I appreciate that. It's important that the things that we pick are something that we see currently right now. It can't be a general broad, like I couldn't walk in and say, okay, what do I appreciate about you? You always keep the yard nice. Well, that's nice, but that's not, you mowed the yard today. I saw it today. Now, another one you might say about your wife that she really looked sharp this morning when she headed out to work, or you really thought she looked beautiful when you went out on your date or something like that. You want to be able to say something that's specific, not you are handsome, you are beautiful. See, it needs to be specific and in the last 24 hours. Now, many things are happening, and I want you to watch for this. By the time you get to about the third day, you'll find that it's a little bit more difficult to come up with something. And that's because by about the third day, it's not new anymore. By about the third day, you're sliding back into the habit of seeing the annoying things and not really noticing the wonderful things that are a part of their life. It's very much like, I call this priming the pump. It's very much like whatever vehicle it is that you drive right now. When you drove it off of the lot for the first time, you probably saw a vehicle just like it all over town. And it's not that there was suddenly a run on those cars or trucks. It's that we get it in our mind, our pump is primed. We get it in our mind and then we notice it more. Another way that you will see that this happened in your life if you have children, when you found out you were pregnant, my guess is when you went out for the rest of the next couple of weeks, you saw pregnant people all over the place. And it's not like there was an epidemic and it's in the water. It was that it's on your mind and now you notice it more because it's on your mind. But what we're trying to do is help your mind get into the habit, priming it, of seeing those wonderful things in your spouse that you actually fell in love with a long time ago. So after about the third day, then you're going to have to be thinking about it a little bit more. You're going to have to be looking, because you're working against a habit that is in place in your mind. So after about the third day, you're going to think about it a little bit more, but you're going to keep on. And some marvelous things happen with this exercise. First of all, it is absolutely fabulous to hear our partner say good things about us, say the things that they appreciate. So that just feels really nice. But a thing that's going to come out of that is you will find that they will notice and appreciate and tell you about things that you had no idea were going to be that special to them. And you'll also find that they may miss some of the things that you worked really hard at, things that you would like people to notice. So the challenge for you is going to be just let them appreciate what they appreciate. So if your husband says to you something about, I really appreciated, or I noticed how patient you were with the kids this morning, and our son was really acting out and you were really patient, and I noticed and I appreciate that. And you may think, I do that every day. But did you notice that I painted the bedroom last night? You didn't notice that part? You have to accept what they give you and learn that that they are telling you what is special to them. So that is very, very valuable. And you will find that with time, and this is when we know it's beginning to make an effect in your brain, you'll find that with time, you'll start noticing those things earlier in the day. It won't be at the end of the day and you're trying to come up, oh, what are some good things that I can tell him or her? It'll be that you start noticing them during the day and you start thinking, oh, I need to remember that one because that's one that I'm going to tell him. And then the last step is you'll get to the place that you notice them and you say them. And it becomes more of an attitude and atmosphere of appreciation and encouragement and uplifting each other because we're seeing the good in each other. It is so there. You wouldn't have married that person or connected with that person if you didn't see some wonderful things to begin with. So try this exercise out every day. At the end of the day, 2 things that you appreciate and acknowledge that are wonderful things in your partner's life, and you share that with them. Literally 10 minutes or less, and will bring an amazing sense of satisfaction to both of you. I'd love to hear in a comment or in a DM to me. I'd love to hear if you try this and what you think about it. It's one of my favorite little exercises to try. Okay, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.